Alright dudes, this here's a review of the new Wednesday 13 album, The Dixie Dead. Now he's got a bit of a history of putting out some good albums and some, pardon me French, queef albums. Now, my man first released, he put out a string of good albums, Fang Bang, Skeletons, Transylvania 90210. They ruled hard. Skeletons was a fantastic album. He put a lot of emotion into it, but his sound really focuses on horror movies and stuff, and it's getting a bit played out. I mean, on the last Murder Dolls album, he was really starting to feel a bit tired. It was a solid album, really solid that was, but it started getting tired, and that really, I thought, continued with his last solo studio album, called No Corpses, which came out, I think, in 2011. But anyway, 2013 heralds the release of his new album, The Dixie Dead, which is a collection of songs that essentially follow the same sort of principle. So it's like hard rock with like a metal edge to it and a load of horror influenced lyrics, but this time I thought he really sounded tired and a bit, I don't know, it just lacked any of the energy and emotion that made his earlier work so fucking good. And to be honest, he started to sound a bit like a faggot gargling on dicks. I mean, you can say that's just me being arrogant, but fucking hell, he's honestly sounded like he had 10 dicks in his arse at once. I mean, he sounded just... he didn't have passion behind it. He didn't have emotion behind it this time. This time, the Dixie Dead just sounds like Wednesday 13 going through the motions and making a Wednesday 13 album. Which is all good and dandy, yeah. Go ahead, make another Wednesday 13 album. How to Bore You with a Million Horror Cliches, number 10. There were a few songs that stuck out. I've got a few notes here that I wrote. Bloodsucker was like, there was a little introductory track that I thought was kind of faggoty. That's not homophobic, by the way. To me, a faggot's a faggot no matter what. But anyway, Bloodsucker was like a really good, proper first song. It opens up with like this crazy scream that's actually among his best so far, but then it goes into a straightforward like hard rock song with loads of energy behind it. The lyrics were a bit shit, but it was alright. It was the best song of the album. Hail Ming was an attempt to sound a little bit different. It has like a really groovy drum beat that opens it up, and it's just like, it sounded really cool, but it got just tedious and trying something different but failing blood. See, Wednesday 13 is one of these faggots that fucking, he makes a good album, but then he thinks, nah, I'd sooner have a dick in my arse and make a shit one. I'm convinced whilst he was recording the last one called No Corpses, he was bent over a microphone with a fucking sex toy in his backside. But anyway, back to the Dixie Dead instead of Wednesday 13 Sexual Habits. What other stuff did I have noted? Oh, that's right. Well, the songs like really do try to be catchy and fun. Like, they're not awful. The songs themselves aren't actually terrible. They're just so boring, and he's done it 101 times before. It's just like, Wednesday, get some fresh original ideas, blood. It's like, get some fucking energy behind your music again before a Chinese dude rolls up on you with an Uzi and shoots you. Because these chinkies, when they're not fucking busy catching flies with chopsticks, they're fucking gangsters, mate. If you've not heard of the Yakuza, they'll roll up on you if you make another bad album. But yeah, Wednesday 13, the Dixie. No, stay away from this queef. If you want a good Wednesday 13 album, you go for Skeletons or Transylvania 90210. You don't go for queef. This was a really failed attempt at just copying his old material and really just putting out a normal Wednesday 13 album, and it has no emotion behind it. Fuck off, Wednesday 13. Retire or make Skeletons Part 2, blood. You've shown you can do personal lyrics properly, so why not do them again and stay away from all this faggot horror movie shit? Now everybody who knows me knows my slogan. I'm the only thug in the building!